Los Angeles, a city known for its glitz and glamour, beautiful weather, and diversity. A city that attracts thousands of people every year. A city with an estimated population of 3.8 million. But among that population is a sector of the community who have no home. A community that lives in shelters, transitional housing, or welfare hotels. A community known as our homeless population.
There shouldn't be homelessness anywhere on this planet. There's no excuse for it.
According to statistics, Los Angeles has a higher rate of homelessness than most other U.S. cities, making a dubious distinction of being the homeless capital of America. On any given day, there are nearly 68,000 men, women, and children in Los Angeles County who do not have a place to call home. 1 out of 4 homeless individuals is a military veteran. Perhaps understanding homelessness is the first step towards empowering the community to take action and inspire hope.
In fact, many people, you and I, may be just 1 or 2 or 3 bad decisions or traumatic events away from being homeless ourselves.
Not every homeless person is homeless because they're lazy, because they don't care, they have a drug problem or alcohol problem, but something may have happened where they can't take care of themselves. For me, it was mental illness.
People were homeless because they liked it. That's not the case. People are homeless because they've been victims of crime, particularly domestic violence. They are homeless because of mental or physical handicap. They're homeless because they have no job skills, or the job skills they have are now totally obsolete. So there are a number of reasons for people being homeless.
They're looking for a way to survive and to become part of community. We can make a huge difference.
Homelessness creates a bleak picture. It is often assumed that homeless people are harmful, unproductive, and a nuisance to society. Many times there is a misconception that homeless individuals are looking for money for alcohol and drugs or are involved in crime. But are these myths or reality? Can all people in the homeless community be categorized under one umbrella? Are they not individuals with their own identity, like the general population?
About 11 years ago, I was happily married, and my marriage just fell apart. And I went through a period of just walking the streets crying for about a year and a half. And at that time, I didn't know that that was called clinical or major depression.
Jacob is one of the many individuals who found himself on the streets due to his mental illness. Having lost his job, a broken marriage, and also suffering from muscular dystrophy, he fell victim to homelessness.
I couldn't get it together, just the crying and the depression. And someone told me that maybe I should seek some help. Actually, my physical being, I had deteriorated to the point because I couldn't take care of myself.
But Jacob is just one of the many with a story to share.
I became homeless after I lost my husband to kidney cancer a couple of years ago. I was staying with a friend, but it turned out to be kind of disastrous. There were some things going on that I didn't want to be a part of. So I found myself with some money, but not enough to really go anywhere and do anything.
For Yvonne, a mother of 3, it was a situation she had never experienced or anticipated after dealing with a bad marriage.
It was shocking. It was frightening, scary. You don't know what to do, who to talk to.
Many simply don't have the support system and want to live a normal life.
I always gave parties and cooked dinner. I want to see my friends and my family. I miss that.
I want to be in a home where I can have all of my family come at the same time.
These individuals all have different stories that have brought them to homelessness. But one fact has become apparent. Research indicates that with rental costs growing faster than incomes and a nationwide shortage of approximately 2 million affordable units, the lack of housing is the #1 reason for homelessness.
Living paycheck to paycheck meant that they couldn't keep up with the mortgage. And they couldn't keep up with the mortgage. They would lose the home, lose the condo, the apartment. They would move in with relatives or they would move in with friends, and then they would ultimately wear out that ability to be housed with somebody else, and then they would end up either in a shelter or in a motel or ultimately in the street.
With the mortgage crisis and people losing their homes, people haven't been saving as much as they should be saving. I think people are starting now to end up in crisis situations where they don't have the ability to stay in their homes.
Today, agencies such as Upward Bound House and Step Up on Second are part of a movement making a difference for the homeless community.
Step Up is a psychosocial rehabilitation program for people with mental illness, and as part of that we provide comprehensive services. We provide 2 meals a day. For homeless members we have shower and laundry facilities. We also provide vocational training and assisted employment.
Step Up has been excellent in providing me an opportunity to take me where I was and help me move up.
Step Up on Second has been working with the homeless population since 1984.
We provide here at Step Up and all of our other future housing projects a permanent supportive housing. That means it's permanent, that it doesn't go away, people can stay the rest of their life, and it's supportive, that it's connected with supportive services. So if you walked in a unit, you would see something that looks like a college dorm room. It's about 300 square feet, it's a small efficiency. It has a bathroom and then one room which has a small kitchenette, a bed, and a small living area. And since these units target homeless individuals, to have a modest space is actually a very good thing.
Housing is rent subsidized through the federal government, and residents are required to pay 1/3 of their income. In addition to housing, it's a place that also teaches independent living skills.
So I went from helplessness, hopelessness, homelessness to housing.
Jacob, a resident of Step Up on Second, gives back by helping homeless individuals understand how to get back on their feet and appreciate life.
Work means so much to people with mental illness. Work is a measure of self-esteem for a person. And so maybe I can't work, but I can facilitate groups.
People do treat you differently when you're on the streets. But the important thing is what are you doing? Which way are you headed? What road are you on? And that's what Step Up does for us every day, is to help us in that area.
Step Up on Second has helped individuals like Les find a way to utilize their talent.
Something that's brand new that I'm a part of, it's called a learning center. And I kind of built this, or should I say I'm building it. And it is a place where people can come and study formal education.
While Step Up on Second helps individuals, Upward Bound House, a social services agency, assists families. They have been running Family Place, a 21-unit facility for families in a residential neighborhood.
Most people, when they think about homelessness and shelters, think about the chronic homeless. They don't think about families with children.
Statistics indicate over 10,000 children under the age of 18 lack the safety and stability of a home. At Upward Bound House, they find a place to call home. But families have to prove they are willing to make the change.
We do background checks, we do criminal checks. We're a clean and sober facility, so families have to demonstrate that they've been clean and sober for at least a year. If there's mental illness, they have to be med compliant.